Welcome back to College Conversations. I'm Dr. Fedor and I help you navigate college. In this video, I'm going to give you some factors to consider if you're trying to decide whether or not you should get a job while you're at college. Please remember to hit subscribe and share this video with other students who also might find it helpful. This is an exciting time for you, and if you're a little nervous about everything, that's totally understandable. Getting a job is one of those decisions that you're thinking, well, I don't know whether or not I should do this. So here are some factors to consider when trying to decide whether or not to get a job while you're at college. The first factor is your classes are going to change from semester to semester. Both the schedule and the amount of work that you're going to want to spend outside of class time completing the homework and the assignments. So the question, how flexible will your job be when your schedule changes about every 4 months and you have different availability? So that's something to consider. Do they know you're a college student? Are they very understanding about that? Some employers are more accommodating than others when they realize that they're hiring college students and their schedule changes from semester to semester. Factor number 2, I would advise first-year students to not work until they're more acclimated to college life. Maybe this means putting off getting a job until January of your freshman year. You want to get used to your schedule, the amount of time it takes to complete your homework to the best of your ability, and it might be too overwhelming for you to also start a job on top of beginning all 5 classes all at once in September. You might end up being better off waiting until January of your freshman year to add a part-time job into the mix. Factor number 3, look for jobs on campus because those on-campus jobs are typically more flexible and more understanding that maybe you're not available to work during finals week. And on top of that, they know when finals week are. On-campus jobs are taken with the understanding that being a college student is your number 1 priority and the job comes second. That might not be the case if you take a job outside of campus, so keep that in mind. Off-campus jobs typically don't have the same perspective on, they know when finals week is and they know that you're not going to be available, or if you are available, you're going to work 10 hours instead of 20 hours or something. So try and find an on-campus job that fits your schedule. Factor number 4, is the job you're thinking about getting even remotely related to your major? If your major is graphic design and you're going to be working part-time as a graphic designer, that's a lot more valuable to you because there will be some synergy between what you're learning in class and what you're being paid to do. That could also lead to an internship or a full-time job later on. So that's one thing to consider. On the other hand, if your major is pre-med and you're killing yourself delivering pizzas for a 24-hour pizza delivery shop, I would say, no, that's not a good use of your time. It's not adding to anything that you're learning. I suppose you could make the argument that you learn something at every job, but a student who's majoring in pre-med or biology or nursing is most likely not learning anything extra by delivering pizzas, and then you're depriving yourself of the sleep if you're doing some crazy third shift type of job. If you are a biology or pre-med major, it would be a better use of your time if you got a part-time job in a lab or in some kind of healthcare facility, something that's more related to what you're trying to do. And then in that setting, you can eventually ask your work supervisor for a letter of recommendation for your next job. So try to think ahead. And then point number 5, if you don't have to work or you can't find a job or you're waiting until January, use some of your downtime to join a club or do an activity or volunteer work where you can meet people and expand your skill set. You can network. If you're an education major, you're looking at joining the Future Teachers Club. If you're a computer science major, you're looking at joining a coding club. Business majors a lot of times look at joining DECA. The benefit is that when you're out of college and you're still part of these organizations, they have job posting, they have conferences you can go to. You know, you can do a lot of networking, and before you know it, you'll be graduating college, you'll be looking for a full-time job, and you can look back at some of these networks and organizations to help you further along in your career. If you do become a member, you'll have a lot of times lifetime access to that, to those postings, so that's something that for you to keep in mind. So to recap, number one, keep in mind that your schedule is going to change about every 4 months. So that's something to factor in when you're looking at what job you may or may not want to take. Number two, first-year students, I would advise you to wait until January of your freshman year. Give yourself more time to get acclimated to college and how long things are going to take. Factor number three, look for a job on campus. Those tend to be more student-friendly. Factor number four, find a job related to your major whenever possible that will help you with some synergies going forward. And number five, use clubs and volunteer work to expand your skill set in your discipline. Please remember to hit subscribe so I can continue to bring you these helpful videos and share them with people who also might find them helpful. Good luck to everyone. I hope this video helps you make a decision on whether or not to get a job while you're in college. And send me an email, let me know how you're doing, how everything worked out, and remember to keep learning.